Police Department has received an anonymous phone call less than 30 minutes ago. They're currently investigating what appears to be a multiple homicide. Emergency crews were dispatched to investigate reports of body parts found in the middle of the woods nearby. All I can really say is that it's rumored to be a very gruesome scene, and the Brewster PD has cordoned off, I believe, a 5-mile radius around that scene. Police do not know who made the anonymous call, but they have technicians working on tracing the call in hopes of bringing that caller in for questioning. This is devastating news. Some say a big surprise, but you know how I feel about the subject. Our quiet, family-oriented town being rocked once again by another horrific tragedy should come as no surprise. We can't live in this plastic bubble forever, folks. Although we don't have any further details at this time, I'll keep you updated as soon as new info becomes available.
What do you think?
I think we could pull this off. Let's wait till next month.
Think a month gives us enough time to plan?
Plenty of time. Are you sure you want to do this?
Hey, did y'all hear about what happened today?
No, what?
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, I heard that they found body pieces out in the woods in Brewster.
What?
Yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah, I guess they just found some random body part.
I can't believe you. How the fuck could you do this to me? No, you know this is one of the most important times of the year for me. You gonna go and confess this shit now?
Yeah, I guess some kid was walking along and, you know, found a finger.
What is wrong with you? Well, you should have thought about that before you went and did something asinine.
No way. It would never happen in Brewster. I mean, that place is so small, everyone knows everyone, and they're all so nice to each other. I mean, if something like that did happen, you'd know who it was just by who you didn't see that day.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's been on the news all day.
I'm done. I'm done with this conversation. I'm done with you altogether. You know what? Have a nice life, bitch. Go choke on a dick.
I guess some kid was walking in the woods and he found a finger. He didn't think it was real, but then when he realized it was, he ran to his mother, who then called 911. And when the police came, the kid took them to the place where he found the finger, and they kept going deeper into the woods, and they kept finding more and more body pieces.
Then she told me that she fucked the chick. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 fucking times.
Wait, this happened today?
Yeah, breaking news. It's been on the news all day. You know, the information is pretty repetitive at this point because they don't actually have any information. They just have these body parts.
I didn't know what to say. I was in shock. I felt so dumb in my life.
That's crazy.
And why haven't we heard about this? I mean, how is this not national news? I mean, this is the first I'm hearing about it today.
Yeah, well, they found all the digits, all 4 limbs, and the torso. Well, parts of the torso.
That's gross. I think I might throw up. I can't hear any more of this.
All right, last one. Yeah, I guess they said that it was strewn in this like weird pattern, you know, like a small drone or a claw machine had put it in this spiral pattern all around this one tree.
Go figure. Small town, one sociopath on the loose. I mean, it's probably a result of inbreeding, right? They all grow up there and they get married and have generation after generation. I mean, you're bound to get some freak shows sooner or later.
It looks good. Thanks.
Listen, I've been doing your hair for a long time now, and you're always complaining about the same chick, and I think you deserve something better. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm into you. And I'd like to take you out if you're interested. Yes. I thought you knew.
Honestly, I had no idea.
Well, I am.
If you want to with me,
I'd love to.
well, I'd be honored.
Great. Alright. Well, you know, those 2 people did go missing the other day. They still haven't found those kids yet. And they're not convinced that all these body parts don't belong to more than one body.
So you want me to meet you at our usual spot? Right now? Alright. Hello? Hey, are you here? Is that you? What are you wearing? What exactly are you filming? Are you making a home video for the internet? Because if so, I want a cut of the profit. Where'd you get that walking stick? What do you even need that for?
How was your night?
Good. How was yours?
Uneventful. Ugh. Guess who Casey's meeting up with as we speak?
Don't tell me who I think it is.
It is. Apparently she gave her some sob story about being in trouble and needing someone to talk to.
That'll be shitty if they get back together, especially all the shit she's been putting Casey through.
And now Julie is in the picture.
Julie's always been in the picture.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, now that Julie has the ball, courage enough to say something. Julie will treat Casey like
Gold.
I don't disagree with that. You know Casey. Sucker for punishment. And for some reason, that piece of shit Nancy has always had a hold on her. You know, I really thought that Julie's advances would dissuade her from going back, but
We'll see tomorrow.
that bitch needs lobotomy.
she's our friend. Let's just hope she makes the right decision.
I'm so sick of you wasting my precious time.
I can't believe you. How the fuck could you do this to me? No, you know this is one of the most important times of the year for me. You gotta go and confess this shit now. Where were you last night?
You weren't
went there when I went.
I was there all night, so where were you?
How was Prince Charming? You like it rough?
Maybe. I don't really know about all this. Was he good looking at least?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Remember?
Ah, so I'm right. Who were you with?
People. I was having a good time and I decided not to go and meet you.
Well, the only friends we have are standing in this room, so who'd you meet?
People. Don't worry about it.
Is there a reason why you're being a dick, or has this hangover made me particularly sensitive?
Lexi. Grow up. When's the last time you even remember something past 6 o'clock in the evening?
Hey, ouch. What did I do?
It's what you are not doing, which involves not taking care of yourself. Look around you, this place is a fucking mess. You can't even pay your bills on time, and you're constantly drunk. I have to constantly babysit you every single fucking day because you're the hot mess express.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. What about you, Dylan?
Don't go there.
When's the last time you used? Who
It's
was
been-
cleaning up after you when you were throwing up all over the place? Yeah, let's throw stones from a glass house. Go fuck yourself.
Hey! Hey! Wait! Hold it! I'm gonna have to call the cops on you if you... Okay. Yeah. I gotta run away.
Good morning, Officer Roach. I'm Glenn with the Craze broadcast. How are you this morning? I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about your wife, Tina.
I have nothing to say. That was 13 years ago. Please leave my property.
No, Officer Roach. Yeah. No, it's done. He's clueless. All right.
Hey, what's going on? Do you need a ride?
All right, Mr. Scott. Your file says you were convicted of heroin possession. It's a felony crime. You're lucky you had enough money to keep you from doing any jail time.
Are you serious? Lucky? I spent most of my reserve money because of those assholes.
Interesting when you say because of those assholes. Is that because you have multiple personalities? Or do you mean the police officers who charged you?
Are you joking? It's because of those officers that charged me, of course.
Mr. Scott.
Call me Dylan.
Dylan. I'd like to know why you think you're here.
My file tells you why I'm here.
Your file tells me someone else's perspective on why you're here. I want to know why you think you're here.
Wrong place, wrong time. Okay, I was caught with heroin. That's why I'm here. I was high in a public area.
Is that all? You know, the way I see it, you got lucky.
Lucky? I spent $75,000 and have over a year probation to deal with.
Would you rather have 7 years in jail?
No.
So what exactly are you complaining about? Do you take any responsibility for your actions? Do you understand the severity of your crime? Do you realize that your addiction has escalated and ballooned and turned you into a criminal? Do you understand that you've wasted your parents' insurance policy, which was intended to secure your future, and you've thrown it away on a drug that has emaciated every part of your very being? Your spoiled rich ass prohibited you from doing any time in prison where the other inmates would eat you alive and spit you out like the bird turd that you are. You sit there with little to no concern for your actions. I'll tell you something, Mr. Scott. If you don't understand the severity of your situation, you will be in jail within 6 months. You have to be willing to clean up your act.
I get it, yes, okay, I'm a fuck up. I get it. I was lucky enough to have the money to get me out of serving. But I only had that money because my parents were murdered. How many people do you work with under those circumstances? How many low-life criminals convicted of possession, of B&E, or selling to children, might I add, have you rehabilitated under your wing, Spencer? How many gangbangers have you...
That's enough! Now, I don't know who you think you are, but you answer to me for the next 12 months. Or you'll be in an 8x10 jail cell for the next 7 years. You got that?
Officer Roach, you know, I never thought that I would be where I am today. And I only have you to thank.
Well, thank you, Dylan. You've made real progress these past few months. And you've worked hard. You should give yourself some of the credit. You deserve it. How have these recent events impacted you, if at all?
I'm sorry?
The news, body parts found in the woods. Are you worried at all?
Worried? Why would it worry me? Nothing to do with me.
I just thought, with the similarities.
There aren't any similarities. I mean, you of all people should understand that much, right?
Dylan,
Spencer, I thought your job as my probation officer was to help rehabilitate me. Here you are, talking about yourself, as usual. I think you got me confused with your counselor. That person that you pay to pretend to give a shit about your problems so that you can cry about your losses and cope with all the misery that comes with it.
Mr. Scott, we're done for today.
No, I still owe the justice system.
Get the fuck out of my office, Dylan!
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the craze, hours of long-awaited truths. I'm delivering the truth here, not the propaganda that you get in the normal mainstream media. The only thing you're going to be choking on here, folks, my wiener. Now, hang on, folks. I'm going to take a call from one of my trusty callers.
Glenn, it's a shame that you're making a mockery of the police department and these murders. It'll be so sad if you ever have an emergency and the police department won't be able to save you because they're too slow. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, now, I'm not sure if that's a threat or the typical police housewife calling to defend her husband, and we sure get plenty of those. They get bored in between the pills and the wine. Now, this is only starting to show. It's only gonna get better. Oh, God. Please wait. We're going to take a little commercial break. I'll be back with the madness in just a few short minutes.
I'm really excited to introduce everyone. I think you're really going to like Casey. She's so great.
If you like her, she must be great. But really, I'm just excited to be meeting new people. Maybe make a couple more friends.
Well, I don't know about Lexi, but I've known Dylan for years, and he's great.
So, is everyone great, or are you just really excited for this adult play date?
I might be a little excited.
Maybe just a tad.
Oh, they're here?
Hey!
Hi.
How's it going?
Where's Casey?
She isn't here?
No. In fact, I haven't heard from her all day. What?
The last I heard from Casey, she was meeting up with her ex.
Oh. When did that go down?
Yesterday.
So then she's probably still with her then. She always goes back to her ex. Piece of shit.
Well, hey, we don't know that to be true. The ex is a piece of shit, that's true.
I mean, she probably lost her phone in the woods. And maybe she's on her way here.
Wishful thinking.
Well, now that this is all incredibly awkward, hi, I'm Wes.
I'm so sorry. Wes, Dylan, Lexi, Dylan, Wes.
Oh, you're the guy I have to think about my job, I guess.
Man, you're the guy that stole my job, I guess, huh? No, I'm kidding. I had to go. What? Lexi?
I'm just wondering where Casey is.
And what about Sydney?
Well, Sydney called the other day to bail. Said she had some sort of emergency, but I couldn't really hear because it was all muffled and staticky. She must have been in the middle of nowhere. Lost reception.
Weird.
You know what's weird is that you and I have two friends in common and we don't know a thing about each other. Shall we fix that?
We should fix that.
So, who wants a drink?
Nothing beats a stiffy with some real sweet people.
Sweet! According to Julie here, everyone's great.
Are you making fun of me, Wes?
Well, I'm great and sweet, so y'all better get this drinks.
I ain't got it.
Do real good, Stevie.
Where you been? How'd you get there? When they fix that, 'cause you're so repent, and you're so repent.
Lexi,
Yeah.
you got a special delivery. One of us did.
I don't.
Are you expecting something?
No, I wasn't expecting
It has no post return or address or anything like that.
Yeah. I guess that's why it's special.
What, do you want to open it?
Sure.
Happy birthday!
Let's do it together.
Special delivery.
Sweet surprise.
Oh, that's weird. You have a knife or something?
Rip it.
Ugh! What the fuck is this?
Nancy was with Casey last.
We're calling Nancy. We're calling Nancy now.
Fuck that. We'll go to Nancy's right now.
Okay. We need to keep our wits about us. I don't want to lead her on or think that we're accusing her of anything. We don't know how she's gonna respond.
Fuck that. And fuck her. I want to know where my friend is. You actually expect me to be calm now?
Yes. We need solid answers. Nancy.
Why would you taunt me? The fuck did you do to Casey?
What the fuck are you talking about? What did you do to Casey?
Do you think it's okay to play with people's hearts? To get involved in something that's none of your business? To ruin a perfectly healthy relationship just because you guys are so fucked up you can't find your own happiness?
Bitch, I will fuck you up.
We didn't send you this, and we have nothing to do with your relationship and trying to ruin anything. You did a perfectly great job when you slept around with a bunch of different people.
Sleeping around? Are you crazy? I loved Casey with everything I had. But you two were so busy being manipulative and getting her to think that I was some piece of trash. You hated me so much, you didn't even give me a chance.
We didn't give you a chance? That's really great, you know, because you fucked up the relationship 5 minutes into it. And I noticed you used the term loved. Past tense. Where is Casey?
I don't know where she is. We haven't spoken to each other in months. And I used the term loved because it's been so long. What did Casey tell you about me? She canceled our trip. She had relationships outside of ours.
That's great for you to say, when she's not here to defend herself.
What do you mean she bailed on you?
We were all set to go camping and have that party, that costume party that she wanted to have. And then she randomly called me, freaking out, saying that she was done with me for good and that I should go choke on a dick.
It's too bad you haven't done that yet.
Lexi, fuck you. You're such a fucking drunk. You don't even know what happened 5 minutes ago. And you... Casey told me about your habit. She told me about all the people you stole from just to get your fix.
That's not true. Casey wouldn't say that.
You know what? This conversation's not going anywhere. I know that you guys met up in your spot for whatever dumb reason she died and now she's missing. So explain that to the police.
What? Explain what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't understand, alright? I can't believe that she'll just go out and tell people and disclose any kind of information about us to anybody. Especially all the time that has passed between us.
Look, you don't know what was said or at which point it was said. And you have to know it's hard for a person to deal with another person who's dealing with addiction. You know, she probably was looking for some support, you know, and found someone who is the most available, who wasn't her best friend, who, by the way, is an addict. How is it after all these years I had no idea that you were an addict?
My point is if you're gonna disclose information to somebody, to keep it confidential, to keep it between the two of you, I expect for you to keep it between the two of you.
Yeah, Dylan, I can't agree with you on that point, okay? You know, and the truth is that you're actually lucky that she just brought it to another friend instead of taking it to the police.
I guess she could have told Spencer about it, and then I would have gotten into a lot of trouble.
Spencer.
My probation officer.
What?
I don't want to talk about it. I got into a lot of trouble.
Wait, like Spencer, like Spencer Roach? The man whose wife was murdered on his own property? And he like found her just before she was gone for good? Like she was still alive, but barely, and...
Yeah. Spencer Roach. He's my probation officer.
Wow. And that story has affected you.
It wasn't my wife.
So what?
It sucks, yes. I don't know. Being in a small town and growing up with Sydney and going to birthday parties, she was always there. Holiday celebrations. There was even this one time which she completely forgot who I was. I was in Mr. Roach's office and she comes in asking him for a list of grocery foods. Do you need this or that? She didn't even recognize me.
Like Sydney, my Sydney?
Tina's Sydney's aunt.
Oh, so you like knew her. You didn't just meet her?
There are many people in this town that I don't care to know or wish I knew. And being on probation and dealing with POs and families and all this freaking legal stuff, there are more secrets in this town and that people hide than you'll ever know.
Hey, can I get out of here?
Yeah, sure. What, you got a hot date or something? Okay, bye.
I keep having this dream. I'm in Nancy's house.
So special about Nancy's house.
Nancy's house is where the first murders took place.
Come downstairs. Dylan. Come downstairs. Come downstairs. Dylan. Help me. Dylan. Open it and let me go.
Now we will be together for the rest of eternity.
Why so sad?
Really? Pew, pew. Will you stop? Can't believe she's gone. Get back to work. Hey, have you heard from Sydney?
No.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Sid, it's Wes. It's the 25th fucking time I'm calling you. Where are you? I miss you, bitch.
Good morning, fans of the craze. This is your illustrious host, Glenn McKnight. This is the craze. But you know that. And you know I always calls it like I sees it. And how do I sees it this week? Well, I'm excited to announce that the hacker that's been taunting us with his missing people, he struck again. And this time, instead of leaving body parts in a well-lit open park, recently he hand-delivered a dreadlock in a video with shocking footage of what may have been batter's practice, if you know what I mean. Let's go to the callers.
Hey, Glenn. I'd like to know your source on this one because the police haven't reported any of this. And why do you say he? Is there like something more you know?
I'm not. My source on this is none of your goddamn business, and that goes for all of you. Why does everybody always want to know my source? And then you could do this job for me, which actually wouldn't be bad. I'd just sit home and collect a fat check. None of your goddamn business, folks.
Oh, I thought more people were gonna show up like this. At least around here.
Well, I know these woods like the back of my hand, so it'll probably take me like an hour or so to cover these trails.
That's great, but maybe we should stick together just in case. Where's Julie?
Well, I mean, if we split up, we'd cover 3 times the area.
Yeah, but we could miss 2/3 of the clues.
Well, let's come up with a plan. Wes, what is the best path that we can cover without missing like a beat?
Well, if we go by the parks map, it's G, I, and double K, but double K is for expert climbers.
Do we look like we're incapable of an expert trail?
Can we climb rocks? We have quite an interesting web spun here, no?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we've only met a handful of times and only really interacted once.
Yeah, at your house. When did we meet before then?
You don't remember?
Obviously not.
That night that Julie cut you off? There was this thing in the parking lot. You ever considered not getting blackout drunk?
Excuse me? What's the fun in that?
Well, there was this guy at your car when you left. And things got a little hairy and I stepped in.
Ooh, how about some juice for this towel?
Lexi. You're not listening. You could have been raped. I mean, he swore he was your boyfriend, which I knew wasn't true. And it got physical. Luckily, I knew how to handle myself. I think I broke his nose.
Wait. Who was it? What did he look like?
Tall, dark, framed eyeglasses. It doesn't really matter. How many times has this happened? How many times has someone been there for you to watch out for you?
What, like protect me? Is that what you think, Wes, that I need protection? Look at Mr. High and Mighty over here, saving one damsel in distress at a time. You know, what I do and what I drink is none of your fucking business. And you haven't even been around long enough to know anything, newbie.
What do you mean by that?
You think you made friends? Ha! You think everybody is who they pretend to be? Me being blackout drunk is probably the most sincere personality you've met since you've been here. And that includes your precious Sydney and Julie.
Wait a minute. I'm just trying to...
To help? Good for fucking you. You know what helping gets you, us? Nothing. Shit, no service. Dylan! Wes?
Whoa, Lexi! What's the matter? What's wrong? Lexi, what?
Sydney, I saw her!
What are you talking about? You saw Sydney. Where?
She's back there, Dylan.
Lexi, come on, get it. What's wrong? Tell me.
She's dead, Dylan!
What did I miss? Sydney. She saw Sydney. Wait, Sydney's here? I haven't heard from her in days. When did she show up? She saw Sydney's dead body. Supposedly.
Not supposedly. Definitely. She's back there. He was chasing me. He wanted us to find her.
Lexi, you're acting like a fucking lunatic right now. Wes, call 911 because we obviously need personnel. 2 months and nothing. Sydney's dead. We can't find Casey.
Cops haven't done shit.
I just don't understand. You know, and why should we just keep sitting here and not doing anything when clearly no one else is doing anything? Honestly, I'm sick of just talking about it.
Why do you even stay here?
Dylan, is that you?
Oh, Lexi, sweetheart, how are you?
Oh my god, if it isn't Glenn McKnight.
The famous Glenn McKnight. How are you, sweetie?
Ew, what the fuck are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to ask you some questions. Some very important questions, honestly. Mind if I make myself at home? You, of all people, find a body, and you told everyone about that one. Congrats, you did not keep that one to yourself. But then a finger gets delivered to you, and you don't tell anyone, and you don't think that maybe there's some correlation between those two incidents?
How do you even know about that?
How do I know anything? How do I know everything? You know how I know. So what is it?
That's not your business.
It's everyone's business, sweetie. It's the town of Brewster's business.
Your business? Glenn, your business is smut. Always has been. Since high school. Oh, I'm Mr. Cool, I'm Mr. Popular, because I sell the best weed to everyone.
It was the best weed.
And then you get too big, and so you move on to bigger things, and you start slinging dope. Just like you sling lies for your stupid podcast show. Get the fuck out of my house.
I am psyched. It's Malloy's Bar first Halloween party. Julie said she was gonna be late, but I thought she was gonna be this late.
Well, if you need a bartender, I'll fill in.
We'd lose money.
Just saying, it's an option. You want to grab a cigarette?
Yes, please.
Sweet.
Let's go. Well, this is in honor of Casey. What? Nothing.
When we were children, our parents used to have this tradition. Well, the tradition existed long before we did, but eventually we were included. Every summer they would throw a party in the woods. They called the event Halloween in July. Essentially, it was just a Halloween party in the woods. I think it started because someone was bored, came up with the idea, and made it happen. Anyway, one year there was an accident. Most of the party goers had left, but there were a couple stragglers. They were wasted and had a big bonfire going. Got out of hand quickly. So much so that an old tree caught fire, and the fire spread quickly. There was a cabin they weren't aware of. That cabin burned down. Remains of a body were later found. Ever since that summer, something tragic has happened almost to the exact date of the party. It didn't matter where you lived or who you were. Our parents, their friends, anybody associated with the tradition used to fear for their lives when July rolled around. Halloween in July wasn't just a party, it was a time for revenge. Tina was the last person associated with the event. She was murdered 13 years ago. It started again, and this time it's too close to home.
Sounds like an old wives' tale.
But it isn't.
You were there?
Yeah.
And you were there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait. You guys have to be pulling my chain. I mean, is this some sort of like initiation or something? Let's make up a weird story and scare the new guy.
It's not made up. It's a true story with real consequences.
Real consequences, tragedies, deaths. Consider it whatever you want to, but it's very, very real. Is this like some sort of ongoing homicide case? Or does the killer just come back from the dead every year and commit these terrible murders all because of some drunks who couldn't take care or look after a bonfire? Sounds fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous, sure, yeah, fair enough. But it was just something that started as an idea, it turned into an event, and then became tradition. I mean, there was 45 adults and a handful of small children at that last party. Guess how many are alive today?
How many?
How many? How many? Wesley, you're looking at him. Isn't that right?
What are you talking about, Glenn? What are you even doing here?
Isn't that a picture? A picture of your pregnant mother, the night of the party, the night of the fire.
Right. I was there. Man, you guys never even considered the possibility of anybody else taking part in Halloween in July other than yourselves. That's awfully self-centered of you. Both of you. It wasn't just me.